Hello everyone, it's Cindy here again from Solistic Dutch. Before I start, I would like to mention that I washed my hands and I anti-bagged them as well, so they are all clean. Alright? I hope that you enjoyed last week's video. We really enjoyed putting it together for you, and I would like to know if you achieved anything by doing those little points. So let me know. Write a little comment at the end of this video, please. So if you missed last week's video, I would like to just say that I'm going to do a little recap on it now. I would like to start with saying that reflexology is a complementary therapy. What normally is worked on the feet, excuse me, I said feet, or on the hands. Microsystems of our body are being found on our feet or on our hands. But not a lot of people know that these microsystems are being found on the face or on the ears as well. Last week I showed you a few points on your ears, what you can work yourself on yourselves or on your family members to do with your musculoskeletal system. I hope you enjoyed working on these points and you managed to alleviate some tension in those body parts. I would like to bring back again my sister's drawings, what she drew for me a few months ago. So this is the first drawing. So this is how you can imagine ear reflexology or auricular therapy. So this is the ear, yeah, and you need to imagine an inverted fetus in the ear. So that's how you can imagine how ear reflexology works. Okay, and I'm going to bring back the other drawing, what my sister drew. What we worked on last week, the points what we worked on last week. So we needed to imagine that this was our spine. So it starts here from the sciatic nerve. So we worked the sciatic nerve point. Then we went on to work on the neck point. Then we went to work on the shoulder point. And because of these issues relating to these points, we can have a lot of tension in our body. We can have headaches. So that's why we worked on the liver yang point. Okay, just have another look. We'll leave it here just as a recap. All right, so this week I would like to show you some other points what relate to asthma and allergies stroke hay fever. I will show you the drawing with the points on. There are quite a lot of points today to remember, okay, but we'll discuss them in a minute. So I've been searching again high and low to find a person relating with these issues, but unfortunately we're still in lockdown as we heard it, so I couldn't find anyone, so I need to bring back again my lovely assistant Ellen. Bear with me a second.
Okay, I do suffer from asthma, mainly in the evenings around the light times. Not acutely, but I do have a problem with it. I also suffer from hay fever, especially this time of year with the oilseed rape. It's all be coming out. And I'm wondering how the ear reflexology is going to be able to help me. What sort of things can I do to help myself with the ear reflexology?
Okay, moving on to answering my lovely assistant's question. I'm bringing back today's chart with today's points on. Okay. I'm going to just explain at the beginning that nearly all of the points, what you see on here, they actually can be worked on both asthma and allergy stroke hay fever. But there are 3 points what are highlighted: the bronchi and the asthma point. It's an extra point for the asthma, and there is the inner nose point here, what is actually we need to work on allergies, stroke, hay fever. So I will start from the top to explain the points. So the apex of the ear, on top of the ear here, and the allergy point, these are points what we would really work for allergies and obviously the asthma as well. So really massage it. Then we would go down to the antihistamine point there. Okay, and to the Shenman point. What I didn't explain last week, there is a point what is called a helper point for all the points on the ear, all the acupressure points. So that is Shenman. So normally my clients, when they get their seeds, or I'm working on their ears with ear reflexology, they would get a Shenman point plaster with a seed on, because that is the helper point. Then moving down, let me come on the other side so I can see what we are doing. Right, so moving down, there's the diaphragm point. Oh, the camera doesn't want to play ball again. So there's the diaphragm point, but don't worry, I will show all this on my ear, and I will show it on my lovely assistant's ear as well, because I see the camera just doesn't want to do today anything for me. Right, so there's the diaphragm point. So we know when people are suffering with anxiety, with asthma, or with allergies, the diaphragm is a part of the body what will suffer a lot. So we need to actually help the diaphragm to relax in order for the person to be able to breathe properly. Then there is point 0. Then there is the bronchi point there. Obviously, as I said, that is actually for the asthma point. The inner nose point I will show you better on the plastic ear. You will see it better what is there, and that is to do with the allergy, stroke, hay fever. And then lung 1 and lung 2, it works for both problems. And then there is the asthma point. Okay, so I will show you all this on the plastic ear as well. I actually highlighted all these areas out. So we would start up here massaging. This is the apex of the ear and the allergy point there. Then we would go down here. We would work on the Shenman point and on the antihistamine point there. Then we would go down to the point 0 and diaphragm. Then we would work the bronchi there and the lung 1, lung 2. So probably you can see it's sort of reddened out there. Then the inner nose. So this is the external nose point. And then obviously the inner nose is inside there. Hopefully you can see there. All right, and then we go down onto the asthma point, what is here. Right, I'm going to show you now on my own ears. See, I already seated my ears up with the points what I'm going to work on. So I would start massaging really well the apex of the ear. Let me take my glasses off. The apex of the ear and the allergy point. They are very close together, as you've seen it on the chart. So it's very easy to massage them together like that. Then we come down and we work the Shenman point, what I said is the helper point for everything, and the antihistamine point. So these 2 points are very close together as well. Like that. Then we would come down. You might not be able to see it because it's quite inside the point 0 and the diaphragm. There. And then come down to the lungs and the bronchi there. And just massage it really, really well. And obviously the bronchi, you would be working it only in the case of having asthma. So if you have allergies or hay fever, you wouldn't necessarily work it. You would just work the lung 1, lung 2 point, what I showed you. And then if you are actually suffering with allergies and hay fever like myself, then you would be working on the inner nose. So I can't actually show you the inner nose because obviously it's inside, but I put on a seed there. What is the external nose? So just imagine it on the other side, on the opposite side. So you would be just massaging really well, pulling a bit if you can. Okay. So this is the whole sequence. And then, as I said, if you would be suffering with asthma, what I'm not, I didn't actually put a seed on, I just realized you would be just working here. And just as a recap, I would like to say that if your ears get red, like my ears are getting already red, don't worry about it, because that is just the blood coming back to the surface of the ear. So you can feel tingling, you can feel numbness, you can feel hot, cold in those points. It's basically because you're working on the acupressure points. All right?
Yeah, that's fantastic. Lots of good stuff for my ears there, for my allergies and for my asthma. Just as a quick one, is there anything else I can do to help my asthma, quickly helping myself on that front?
Other than ears?
Other than the ears?
Yes, of course. At this point, I would come in and I would empty back Alan's hands, and I would empty back my hands as well. So just rub it in really well together. Lovely. Okay, and if you give me your hand, please. So in hand reflexology, we would say that this is the chest area. So we would work this area really well. We would call this the opening up of the chest. So we would just put both our thumbs sort of there in the middle and just rub it away really well. And I can actually feel that there is some tension there in Alan's chest. So basically just opening up the chest.
And this would be on both hands?
Yes, on both hands, because we have 2 lungs. Okay, can I please have your other hand as well? I've done them the other way around. Normally I would start on the right hand, but it doesn't really matter now. Okay?
And this is something I can do for myself?
Yes, can you try?
Yes, so you just try to work both ways?
Yes.
On my hand there.
And then away.
Yeah,
well done.
That's lovely, thank you.
Okay, and now I would just show you quickly how to do the ear reflexology on a loved one or on yourself again. Right, so basically we would just say to Alan, take 3 deep breaths in. Well done. Right, so we would start with the apex of the ear and the allergy point, because they are close together. Massage it really, really well. Then we would go down to the Shenman point there and the antihistamine point in that little groove, and just massage it again really, really well. Then we would go down onto the 0 point and diaphragm point. There. How does that feel, Alan?
It feels lovely. I could really feel the last point you did on this ear, on this side.
Thank you for the feedback. Then, because Alan has asthma, we would go down to the bronchi and the lungs. There. Massage it really, really well.
I can definitely feel a bit of heat in my ears as well.
And then the inner nose. Just pinch it. Sorry, you can't see it from my fingers. Just pinch it from inside. There. Because Alan has hay fever as well, as he said. And down to the asthma point. There you go. Okay. And then I would just finish off with 3 deep breaths. Right, so hope you all enjoyed today's session. Just please have a go and don't be afraid to massage your ears. Next week I'm going to explain about the seeds and about my little probe I'm using with the seeds, because I'm running out of time and I don't want to take up a lot of your precious time. And I'm going to just show you now quickly what is the manual what I'm using. It's Terry Olsen auricular therapy manual, Chinese and Western systems of ear acupuncture. Right, so have a lovely rest of the week. Enjoy whatever you're doing. Stay safe, stay well, and take care of each other. And see you next week. Bye bye.